Good afternoon, Jetty Rockers. It is hot out here. I mean, it is scorching out here today. But today I got another compilation video for y'all. I said in the last video, that compilation video that I made, that I was thinking about doing one with the strangest catch and cooks I've ever done. So that's what we're going to do in this video today. Not just strange, but what everybody considers trash fish. We've done some pretty doozies on this channel. All right, y'all, as you can see, I still don't have my boat back, but I should have it back tomorrow. I got the whole boat rewired. I got the trolling motor put on, got all kinds of neat stuff done to it. Got a VHF radio, getting everything ready for doing charters, because yes, I am starting to do charters. I got my first charter on the 17th of September, which is coming up real soon. And hopefully after that, guys, we'll just keep going with it. I would like to take a lot of y'all out fishing, so if you're interested in chartering with me, go to my website, jettyrocks.com, and you can book a charter there. Well, all right, the first one we're going to get into, y'all, isn't the strangest one. This is probably the least strange out of all the ones in this video, and we're going to be doing 4 of them. But we're going to be doing Jack Crevalle. But we're going to do something different with this Jack Crevalle. You might want to check this out. What is that? He's fighting good, man. He's fighting real good. What is that? Oh, Jack. Oh, Jack. Jack Crevalle. And y'all, this is what you call jack bashing. Man, he is fighting. Oh, he got you wrapped up. There we go. There you go, buddy. All right. Come on, boy. All right. Another jack. Looks like we're making. All right, guys. I'm at the cleaning table. I got my Jack Crevalles here. Show you real quick how we're going to clean one of these. We're going to go along right here next to the head, and we're going to make a incision along that backbone. You can feel it. You see where this line is right here? You come on the other side of that line. That's its lateral line. You're going to come on out like this, about like that, and then you're going to run your knife along that backbone, just like that. And basically, we're just going to take this back strap off, just like this. So you got a chunk just about like that. And then right about here where this fin ends, you're going to make another incision. Come on down like this. Then up here like this. You get that little piece of meat. Alright, and now you got your chunks of jack right here, which the skin comes off real easy. Just like that. You're going to get all this bloodline off. You got a clean fillet just like that. That's what you're looking for. Alright, guys, I got my 3 Jack Crevalles here. Got them all nice and cleaned. This is what you're looking for. A nice clean piece of meat about like that. Be very surprised, guys. These things are really good. This is not really a trash fish, even though we're going to call it a trash fish or treasure. They're actually not trash. They're actually really good. Just got to take some care in them, that's all. Alright guys, I'll see y'all in the kitchen. Alright guys, I got my Jack crevalle right here. Got all my pieces nice and clean. Hardly no dark meat at all. So what we're going to do now is I got some water boiling. I got some salt in here, so salted water. Let it come to a boil. I'm going to put my Jack crevalle pieces in there. Let them boil till they're done. And then we're going to take them out. And we're going to put them in another container and put them in the refrigerator overnight. Let them cool off really good. And then tomorrow we'll make the tuna fish salad or the Jack salad sandwiches. Alright guys, my water's boiling. So we'll go ahead and set the Jacks in here. As you can see, they're going to turn a white color. This is very similar to the same color tuna is in the can. See how they're changing colors? So we'll let these cook, take about 5, 6, 7 minutes, and they'll be done. Guys, well, they're looking good. Almost done. You see how they change that color? That's exactly what you want. Alright guys, this is what you end up with after they've boiled. Took it about 6 minutes. As you notice, they look just like tuna in the can, same color. And you'll notice tomorrow, or you can even do it in a couple hours, as long as they're nice and cool when you're mixing in with the mayonnaise and the other ingredients. You want them to be nice and cool, nice and cold. So I like to set them in overnight in the refrigerator and just make the sandwiches the next day. But you'll notice they flake real nice, just like the tuna in the can. It really looks really similar, and it smells really similar to tuna in the can. So we'll go ahead and cover this up, put this in the refrigerator, and we'll make some sandwiches tomorrow. Alright guys, we're in the kitchen now. We're ready. Our Jack crevalle's been sitting overnight in the refrigerator. That's what it looks like. So we have our Jacks. We have 1 yellow onion, about 4 small dill pickles cut up, some mayonnaise, mustard, salt, and pepper. There's all kinds of variations how to make tuna fish salad, so you guys can use your favorite way. Just substitute the Jack for the tuna fish. So we're just going to cut these up, break it apart. See how easy, these things just flake really good. Just mush it all up. Alright, we're just going to take our fork, we're just going to mash it all up the best we can. Okay, you got all the Jack broke up pretty good. You can do it to your consistency that you like. I like mine a little bit chunky. So we're going to add in the onions and the pickles. Around a little bit. My onions and my pickles a little chunky because I like it a little chunky. I like it a little bit meaty when I'm biting into it. And we're going to add a little bit of salt to taste. Just a little bit. Some black pepper. I like a little bit of black pepper, so about like that. Mix that all around. We're going to add in some mustard. I like to put in a nice little dollop. About like that. I don't have an exact measurement. I do everything to taste. I don't do exact measurements. But I know that's about what I like right there. You can always add more if you want more. And I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise at first. Put that in there. And we're going to mix this all around. Okay, we'll add a little bit more. Do another one. Do 2 more. That looks about the way I like it right there. After you got it the way that you like it, like I said, I like mine chunky. I like mine about this consistency. Not too wet, not too dry. So we're going to go ahead and make a sandwich. What I like to do usually is put this in the refrigerator and let it sit for an hour or so. Let all these flavors combine with each other. It tastes really good. I'm going to go ahead and make a sandwich so we can do the taste test. And then I'll probably make one later. Alright guys, I got my hoagie roll here. Go ahead and just load it up. Not like that. Oh yeah. About like that, guys. I know a lot of y'all are saying, no way that tastes good. I'm going to tell you something. It's awesome. You do it right, y'all. It tastes just like tuna in a can. And it's not even tuna, it's Jack Crevalle. It's weird, but it's awesome. The next one we're gonna do, y'all, this one, out of all my trash fish or treasures, out of all my strange catch and cooks, this is the one I still do. I actually, on occasion, will keep this fish and eat them, and they're excellent. And that is ladyfish. But you gotta clean it with a spoon. So if you've never seen that before, it's pretty interesting, I think. Still got him? Yeah, you still got him. I think. Yep, you still got him. Oh, get the other rod tangled up. Oh, great. There we go. Nice, babe. Oh, beautiful. That's a big ladyfish. Holy cow.
Wow.
Ouch.
You okay?
Let's hook my finger. Got it. Awesome. That's a big old ladyfish. Okay, now I'm definitely doing the trash fish or treasure with these. I've been seeing some videos where people say you can clean them with a spoon. We're going to try that out. And this is my first time doing this, so hopefully it goes well. I've never cleaned a ladyfish before. Very bony, I can tell. Well, there's that. Very bony, very mushy. Alright guys, well now we're going to do the spooning process here. Let's see how this goes. See, it comes off just like that. And it does lay those bones down just like they say it will. That's pretty cool. Well, I will have to say, the meat itself looks pretty clean. I'm starting to get a little impressed here. I really am. Alright guys, well this is the finished product. This is all your ladyfish meat. That's off of 2 ladyfish. Alright guys, I'm in the kitchen now. Here's my ladyfish meat that I scraped off with a spoon. I'm just going to put some salt, a little bit of salt, some pepper, and a little bit of this black and red fish magic. About enough there. Chef Paul's Black and Red Fish Magic. This stuff is awesome. So I'm just going to mix this all up. Yeah. Supposedly you don't have to use no egg and no breading to bind it. This stuff sticks pretty good just by itself. So we're going to see. It is pretty much a paste, I will say that. So we'll see. Alright, I'm going to finish mixing this up, and I'll see you in a minute. Alright, I got my ladyfish all mixed up now. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little spoonful and kind of make a little patty out of it, like so. And we're going to bread these up, and we're going to deep fry them and see how that goes. I'm really curious about this. Really curious. Alright, well, let me get the rest of these made up, and then we'll bread them up. Alright guys, I got my little patties all made. Now I'm just going to stick them in here and bread them. Already got some french fries going. Kind of looking forward to this. They almost look like a chicken McNugget from McDonald's. Yeah, let me get the rest of these breaded up. This is what they look like. That's what we're going for. And I'll put them in the fryer. Alright guys, well I got my green light. I'm ready to fry, so let's see how we do here. I got 1, 2, I think I'm going to go ahead and put them all in here. I'm really curious to see how this is going to turn out. Alright, well when these get done, we'll see what we got. Guys, well they're frying up pretty good. They started floating pretty quick. So I'm going to let them stay in here a little bit longer. I want them to get a nice golden brown. Well, curious. Alright, I think they're done. Let them drain here just a little bit. But they puffed up pretty nice. Man, they look like a McDonald's chicken nugget. I'll have to say, it looks very chicken nuggety. Well, we'll have to see. They look pretty good though, y'all. Pretty good. Hey everybody. Well, we got our ladyfish here. I don't know. And since Amber caught the ladyfish, I have her as my guinea pig. So, here it is. Break it open for you. It looks like a McDonald's chicken nugget. It smells like one. So, well, let's see what happens. Let her go first.
It's not too bad.
Well, so that's spitting it out. That's good. Wow. I am very shocked. That is actually really good. Does not taste like fish. Has a chicken-ish texture. I don't even know what to say. That is, wow. Believe it or not, y'all, it tastes like a McDonald's chicken nugget. It does. I don't know why it does, but if I was to take one of those and put it next to a McDonald's chicken nugget, I would challenge you to tell me the difference. I really would. It is actually really good. We eat it quite regularly. It's a fish we do like to eat. If we catch a big ladyfish, I keep it and we make nuggets out of it. All right, now we're getting into some strangeness. This next one, I have eaten this fish a few times. If you're hurting for fish, you ain't got fish, it's actually really good. The taste of the fish is not bad. It actually tastes really good, but you don't get a whole lot of yield off the fish. For the size fish that you're keeping, you get very little meat off the fish. And that is a remora, or shark sucker. Pretty weird, but it actually tastes good. Alright guys, we got something on the back line here. This is weird. What is this? We got a remora. Yeah, we got a remora. A remora. Shark sucker remora. Well, I know what we're going to do with that. Hey guys, there's a remora. I've been wanting to do a remora catch and cook, trash fish or treasure, so here we go. A little more. There's where they suck onto the sharks. Pretty cool little fish. Guys, it's another remora. Yep, it's another remora. All right, there's two for the catch and cook. A little bit bigger one. There we go. Crazy looking fish. Ugly looking fish. 3 remoras here, and this is what they use to suck onto the sides of sharks, turtles, manta rays, or anything else they want to tag along with. What they do is they attach themselves to it and just cruise along with the fish and pick up the scraps. Pretty cool little thing. Not something you see every day. Well, we're going to start cleaning with some of these things. They're pretty easy fish to clean. There's not a lot of meat on a remora, but the meat is really good looking. Really bony right up in this part, really bony. This one's obviously got some eggs. Really tough skin, really tough skin. As you can see, the meat is actually a pretty color. Pretty white color. There's just not a lot on there. And I think that is why they've gotten the reputation of being a trash fish, because there's just not much meat on them. Alright, get the eggs out of there. Alright, let me rinse these off real quick. Here we go, Jetty Rockers. Here's the fillet off one of the remoras. As you can tell, the meat looks really similar to cobia. So we're just going to come along here and we're just going to skin it. They have really tough skin, so it's really easy to skin. Really easy to skin. And that's what you're left with. There's the fillet. We'll take these rib cages off. Right about here. And right through here, they got some really dominant pin bones. Right there, just like that. And there is a finished remora fillet. And as you can tell, the meat looks really good. Now, some people have said they taste a lot like triggerfish. They taste a lot like cobia. I'm gonna go with the fact that they do resemble cobia. I'm not gonna say they taste a lot like cobia, but they do resemble cobia in flavor and texture. There we go, guys. Nice little fillet. Got my remora fillets here. This is what they look like. Getting the sunlight here. What we're going to do is we're just going to cut them in little chunks, about like that, and we're going to fry some remora. And fried remora is about the only way that I've cooked remora, to be honest with you. I have not tried it any other way. but fried is absolutely incredible. It's a very good fish. You just don't get a whole lot of meat off the fish. But as you can tell, the meat is very nice looking. And it almost has a shellfish smell to it. It almost smells like crab meat, which I don't really know why that is, because I don't think they just exclusively eat shellfish. I think they pretty much eat anything. I think they're kind of like a scavenger. We also have our 1 or 2 fillets from our spot tail porgy. We're going to go ahead and throw that in there in the mix as well. So here you go. Here's a porgy meat, and here is some remora meat. Not much difference. I mean, they're both really white. The bloodlines are pretty much the same color, a light reddish color, which is actually pretty good. You don't really want a really dark bloodline, so bloodlines like this are pretty good. So we're going to cut all this up, and we're going to get our oil going in our deep fryer, and then I'm going to bread these up with what I usually use, my house archery breading. So let me finish getting these all cut up, guys, and I'll see you in just a little bit. Okay, Jetty Rockers, I'm going to go ahead and bread some of these up. I'm going to throw them in my little butter bowl here that I have my house archery seafood breading mixed in. We're just going to coat them real nice like that. Get them all nice and coated. About like that, guys. Get all these coated, and I'll wait for my green light on my oil, and then I'll be ready to do some deep frying, y'all. Alright guys, I got all my fish ready here. I got my green light. So we're going to start putting some fish in. We got 10. We'll go ahead and put 12 in here. And we're going to put 13. Alright, well I got 13 pieces in. We'll let these go. And it shouldn't take very long, about a minute, minute and a half at 375 degrees and brand new oil. So these should turn out really nice. Guys, they're looking really good. I'll give them a couple more seconds. They look really good. Alright guys, they're a nice golden brown. Let them drain here for a little bit. Alright. Man, those look awesome. Go ahead and put some salt on them. Alright, well, we'll get the rest of these fried up. We'll be ready to eat. Okay, Jetty Rockers, my last batch is done. Okay. Get all our fried fish finished. Salt them up. Alright guys, I'm going to let them cool down a little bit. Then I'm going to plate it up. And then I'm going to get on the couch and eat some remora.
Alright. Hope y'all like that. It's actually pretty good. Believe it or not, it actually is pretty good. So if you get a chance to try remora, try it out. It makes a real good fried fish. It ain't that bad. You just don't get a lot of meat off of it. Okay, so now we're going to jump into the weirdest of catch and cooks I've ever done. The weirdest fish I've ever eaten. Next to a stingray. I didn't put the stingray one in here. I didn't put the gar in here. I was trying to go use some of the older ones, older catch and cooks that I did, and some of the weird ones that people haven't seen yet. And this one, y'all, we cooked probably one of the weirdest fish. I still can't believe I ate it. And surprisingly thing, it really wasn't bad. It really wasn't. And that is the mother-in-law fish, or the oyster toadfish. I think I got a nice sheephead here. We got fish coming over the rail. No, I got a mother-in-law. Great.
Oh, mother-in-law fish. Look at that beauty.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Look
Beautiful.
at that. They are pretty.
Mother-in-law fish.
Yeah. Oyster toadfish. All right, I'll let you guys be the deciding factor. Should I do a trash fish or treasure on this thing, or let him go?
I don't know.
Go for it.
Go for it?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do a trash fish or treasure on a
Mother-in-law.
mother-in-law toadfish. Wish me luck on that. All right, guys, so there you go. There's your 2 oyster toadfish fillets. All right, guys, I'm at the grill, and I'm gonna go ahead and light my burner here, and then I'm gonna bring this pot of water to a boil. And once it starts boiling, I'm gonna add a 1/2 cup of sugar and 1/2 of a lime. And let that boil, and then I'm gonna add my fish, and then we're gonna pull it out. And supposedly after you do this, it tastes like lobster. They call this the poor man's lobster method. Well, I actually just reread the recipe, and we wanna put the sugar and the lime in before it boils and let all that boil together. So now we'll let that boil, and then I'll put my fish in it. All right, guys, I got my fish. I went ahead and cut it up in little chunks, little bite-sized lobster pieces. I got my slotted spoon to pull it out with, because you do not want to stir this mixture when the fish is in it, because it'll break it apart and then you've messed the whole thing up. And then after I pull it out, we got some Old Bay seasoning to sprinkle on it. And then I'm going to melt some butter. And we're going to see if this actually tastes like lobster, and also find out if oyster toadfish actually tastes pretty good. Really curious about this and kind of looking forward to it. Alright, guys, we got a good boil going now. So I'm going to grab my fish here. We're just going to put them in here. And they're going to sink. And when they float back up to the top, they are done. You do not stir this once the fish are in, or you'll mess up the whole process. So I'm going to let this come back to a boil. Let the fish float back up to the top, and we should be ready to eat. Alright, guys, we got some little critters floating up to the top here already. Wait till they all get going. Yep. Very interesting. I've never done this process before either. I've been looking at it, been wanting to try it on other kinds of fish. I figured I'd give it a shot on this. We'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. All right, well, I'm gonna, looks like they're all floating up now, so I'm gonna get my plate and my spoon. We're just gonna pull them out. And drain off. It looks interesting, y'all. We'll have to say. Supposedly this solution changes the texture of the fish to it's more like shellfish. So we will see about that. That one's floating up. There's that one. There's another one. Oh, he went back down. There's one. And from the recipes that I've read and the YouTube that I watched on this, said don't take them out until they float up to the surface. Oop, overflow. Go ahead and turn this off. Yep. Yeah, they're floating. There we go.
All right, guys. Here we go. I'm gonna put a little Old Bay on them. And I'm gonna go in the house, get me some melted butter, and I'm gonna try this out. All right, guys, it looks pretty good. Don't look too bad, y'all, I have to say. Not too bad at all. Alright, guys. I got my mother-in-law slash oyster toadfish all done. This is what it looks like, you guys. You can see it. Got my butter. Cooked it the old man lobster style. Or poor man's lobster, rather. That's what it looks like, guys. Here goes nothing. Trying two things I've never tried before. Never tried oyster toad, and I never tried poor man's lobster. Here we go. Wow. Okay. Wow. 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 Man, that is really good. Really good. Holy crap. How's that for weird, y'all? That is a weird fish, and that is an ugly fish. But surprisingly, it did not taste bad at all. I've told myself I was going to do it again if I catch another big one, but I haven't caught another big mother-in-law in a very long time, or oyster toadfish, depending on what you want to call it. But it was actually a very strange fish, but surprisingly, it wasn't bad. And yes, there is fish out there, guys, that I don't like. I have tried pleco. Pleco is one of the nastiest fish on the planet. I can't believe I ate it. And believe it or not, I almost threw up eating that fish. It was that bad. I would never suggest anybody to eat a pleco. Well, all right, y'all, that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's just something different. I figured I'd do these two videos, the older catch and cooks and now the weird catch and cooks. Just trying something different. Hope you guys like it. And also, honestly, I haven't been able to get out fishing because of Amber, you know, situation going on with her. So I've been staying home, taking care of her, making sure she's doing good. So I haven't been able to go out and fish. Plus, I also took that time to get some stuff done to the boat that was needed to be done. So when I get back on the water, that boat's going to be 100% ready to go and good to go. So I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Thank you so much for all the support you've given me and this channel and my family. You guys truly are the best subscribers out there. I mean that 100%. I couldn't do any of this without y'all. And for that, thank you guys very much. Until I see you on the water, tight lines, jetty rockers, we'll be seeing y'all real soon.